YouTube, what's going on, y'all? This is your boy J.DAREL. Welcome back into the sanctuary. If you are a new visitor in the sanctuary, if you're just stopping by and you just so happen to click on this channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. You won't be disappointed. All it takes is just that one click. And if you are a returning saint, welcome back. Make sure you like this video and leave your thoughts down below. Today's topic will be love and hip-hop. The reunion. My overall perspective of this season, this was not one of Monami's production or Viacom, VH1, the producers. It was not one of the best seasons. I can say I'll probably give it a 5 out of 10. I would say it's halfway. Some storylines kept us tuned in and some was like blah. I mean, some of the antics, I mean, even just the whole show in general was not what the viewers were expecting in a sense. So it was like, okay, nah, we didn't need that. We need more of that, and then just give us a little bit of that. It was, it was all over the place. And even with the reunion, as far as they check in to see, okay, who's wearing what, you cannot wear that, or that's showing too much, or that's too long, and things like that. They normally go through that check. I'm not sure if they went through that check this season, because, the reunion looks was horrible. It was not on one accord. I didn't like the stage setting. And it was just the whole overlook. They always have, it seems like they may have some type of like, okay, this is going to be, the dress will be, I would say the dress for the ladies will be something lace. So the ladies will go out to different boutiques, or they'll find something, or if they're designing themselves, then they'll find a dress that's lace, or they'll find a jumpsuit that's lace. So it was no unity. It's like, everybody just wear what you felt like wearing based upon your attitude or based upon how you felt, and that's exactly what they did. A lot of the people who comes, who serves, who just give us everything as far as makeup is concerned, as far as hair is concerned, as far as dress is concerned, as far as, everything, everything regarding looks and fashions. The main people who actually does that every season was a miss this season. And the people who never does it was just way off, because there was no structure as far as the dress code, as far as the look, as far as unity. I'm just going to go down the line based upon the looks and kind of critique the looks just a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and get into my thoughts and opinions regarding Love and Hip Hop season, I forgot what season, I don't know if it's season 10 or whatever, reunion part 1 that aired on Monday. Let's go down. One of the people who always serves regarding the reunion, Mimi Faust. I did not like the hair, did not like the wardrobe that you brought together, even though what you brought made it together and would do. But this is, as far as your standard is concerned, I've seen photo shoots, I have seen even your green screen, or even some of the clothes you wearing during the season look better than, and I don't know, it always happens that way. It's like, you look good in your green screen, or you look good in this photo show, you look good there, but you're in a reunion setting. We haven't seen you in months, and you haven't filmed in months. Why are you coming looking a hot mess? If I haven't seen none of the crew, if we haven't hosted parties or kind of did anything business together as far as the show is concerned, if you have not seen me, I haven't been on Instagram, I just been in my own lane, and then pop up at the reunion, I'm coming to serve. I'm coming to do everything that is in me to do. And it seems like that's where they lack. It's like, this is the setting that you're supposed to bring and supposed to, serve and give us everything, and you lack in that element. It's like, I just don't get it. So Mimi Faust gets a no for me this season. Not this season, but this reunion setting. I did not like the look. Carly Red is another hit and miss. She might get it right this time and may lose this time, but this time I didn't like Carly Red's look. Dime Piece, I like the dress, I like the way it fitted you, I like the shoes and everything, I like the complexion, I like the makeup, but you disappointed me when you came in the pink wig. And I can see kind of like, you had the rose gold or the rose pink with the dress, and then the shoes, and then, so I pretty much expected you to wear the pink, but I was looking for the glow up that we seen this season as far as dime piece is concerned. So I was expecting black, or I was expecting a nice natural color from her, and not anything extravagant and over the top. Let's get to Tommy. Now, some would say Tommy was a hit or miss. Some say Tommy was, and some say Tommy looked at horrible. I couldn't make out what you were wearing, but overall, I liked Tommy look, but I just was not here for that bun, that basketball goal, that rat trap in the back. It seems like when you went to got your hair done, it's like you was late a little bit, and the producers were calling you, and you just say, well, just put it up in the bun, we'll finish it later, and we're gonna just go here. I didn't understand what look you were trying to accomplish. If you would have had the full bob, you would have been best dressed for me, because I liked the context that you were giving. I love the complexion and the makeup. Whoever did your makeup, I loved it. The jewelry, I loved it. The shoes, I loved it. The pants, I loved it. Even as the pants, I was wanting the pants to be just a little bit tighter and give us a little bit more of a darker denim look than the bright white, than the blue, the lightest bluish with the holes. I was looking, you could have gave us, even the short, you could have gave us either a skinny jean with a rip edge at the bottom and give us a little the straw in the jeans in the area, and I think you would have killed that look. But overall, you gave me something. I just was not here for that bun. That bun through your whole outfit out. So I just give you a 75% as far as fashion is concerned. Let's go ahead to, I was loving with Erin. I mean, it's nothing that Erin has done, whether it's in the season or the reunion. She always serves for me, so Erin gets a 100% on that end. I was not here for lovely Mimi's look. That jumpsuit was a no ma'am. Her nails is always on point, but her look was a no ma'am. I love the bob, but it seemed like too many people was giving the bobs this season. We might be in the bob season, but come on now. Somebody could have gave a traumatic or something like that, you know. It's too many bobs going on this season. I mean, in this reunion, it's just not. So Mimi, lovely Mimi gets a no. Treasure gets a no. Who else was on the reunion? And if I cannot think of them, it must not be too important. Mama D. Since Mama D came out of the ghetto trashy, Mama D looked like the first 2-3 seasons. She's giving me. I like the drape. I love what she had on. Mama D gets a 100% for me. And the rest of the cast, Jocelyn, her look, I liked her look. I liked her look. The look more natural. I love the black, the straight hair, the middle part. I love the blouse she was giving. I love that piece. But other than that, I mean, those were your fashions for this season, Love and Hip Hop. So let's get into it. We kick off the show, and also what's her Miss Gossip, MZ Miss Gossip Girl. I like this look. But what I'm looking more and more looking for is, because as far as she is concerned, Nina Parker, I just wish that Mona would go outside of the box, outside of the degree range, and get some people from YouTube, get some people, you know, who view the show every Monday, who looks more and more in depth in the tea. I wouldn't even suggest going to the show. I would say go ahead and come to YouTube, because we have a lot of people who review this show, not just myself, but really invested in the show and would give great commentary, would give great questions. Because I know myself, if I was asked, whether it was behind the scenes, whether it's another segment to it, or even, you know how they had to check yourself, or even when it was doing the Love and Hip Hop after show, I think they should go outside of the degree range, go outside of your normal Big Tiggers, your Freeze, your Nina Parkers, you know. I mean, go outside of that and get some vloggers, some bloggers from the Shade Room, or get some vloggers and bloggers from YouTube. I mean, we are actually invested. We get the tea. Like, I know tea and can look deeper into some situations and ask some way deeper questions and really give you guys something to watch, something to look forward to, besides the lovely Mimis, the Johnsons who want to run up and down the stage and act the plum fool. Let's get into the questions. Let's dig into the storyline. Let's dig deeper into what we don't get to see behind the scenes. Let's really dig into that. That's what I think. So, Mona Scott, if you're watching, because I'm going to share this video, I'm going to tag you. But if you're watching, I mean, get away. I'm not trying to underline and take Nina Parker's job, because she's been doing a great deal of work, some great, she's been asking some great questions. But I just want to go outside of the journalism, outside of the degree range, and come to YouTube, come to the YouTube streets, ride down the streets, and kind of stop at someone's channel, stop at their residence, hell, stop at the sanctuary, and get some other people on. Kind of open the door for them, like the Terrence J and the Roxy's, when they was doing the the run around to look for a new host after Free AJ, said, we went low. And then at the end of the day, they were groomed to other positions, now that they're movie stars and doing this. I mean, saying we just need something on that level. But in a sense, overall, it was a okay reunion. They was getting on my nerves with the whole Jocelyn thing, and why Jocelyn not here? Where's the baddest puta? I'm like, for once, I was okay with this reunion, even though we didn't get too much, which I wasn't expecting to get that much. I mean, because my name is Mona Sky and it's VH1, it's Love and Hip Hop. Never gonna get too much in the first season. I mean, the first episode, especially if they have not been doing a lot of recording and didn't get any good clips. Another, as far as production is concerned, it was getting on my nerves, because it was like every time you pop up, Lovely Mimi was getting into it with this person, getting into it with that person, doing this, and we never seen the underlying. Like when she asked Dom, do you have a problem with me? Okay, I can see, because I didn't think that it would be a problem with them, because all of a sudden Dom just pop up. If Lovely Mimi wouldn't open her big ass mouth, I'm like, where is this coming from? And y'all was just cool and doing this, and I'm sitting here like, where is this coming from? Because at the end of the day, I don't think Mimi at that point of time when they were at what's this child name, Tommy's event, I didn't think that when she said, oh girl, hey Dom, ain't girl, you see you she was at Jocelyn's thing or Jocelyn's photo shoot. I think, I don't think she was being messed. I think that was something that just popped out, and was going to find out anyway, in that sense. So I didn't, and then if you and Tommy was been in a relationship, she didn't rock with Jocelyn like that and the whole thing, I think that's something you should have told her in that sense, and got that cleared away. Say, hell girl, I met with Jocelyn XYZ, and, I'm not, I'm doing this, I'm in a new relationship, I'm trying to do this and do that. I'm not trying to have no beef. So it really wasn't me trying to be fake or fraudulent, but my thing is, I need to clear that. I don't need to be walking up and down at these Atlanta streets, and because I know I have this beef, this person got to worry about her bopping in the back of my neck, and how I'm just, stress-free, trying to build my brain, try to do this. Nothing like that. I think that's just all it is. But maybe you got a problem with me? If I had a problem with you, I would have beat your ass a long time ago. I mean, it's just a normal reunion show setting, and the only person I thought that was just turning up like that was Lovely Mimi. If Lovely Mimi was getting into it with Tiara, she's getting into it with Carly Red, and Carly Red was another thing. When the whole thing with Mimi and Dom, why are you even getting up? She was not even talking to you, nor even showing you any attention. And why Dom's like, are you a major red? You a high stepper, and you just, I mean, girl, sit down. You are doing way too much. Carly Red this season, she don't have a storyline. It's just like, sit down. It's like, you are doing too much. That was Mimi versus Dime, not Mimi versus Dime and Carly Red. Sit down, please. Have several seats and all that rubies you got on. Sit down somewhere. You just doing too much. And then they asked the whole thing about Tommy and Stevie J and those regards of the room situation. They were asking Stevie J, did you go to the room? I don't know what the room was. I ain't know where. Stevie J, stop with the lies. You know where my room was. You came in the room, wanted to talk music, and you brought me a bottle of what's that stuff? Jack Daniels. And it was like, Stevie J, stop with the lies. Did you really go? Yeah, I'm just playing. I went to her room. And And yeah, and she spilled the beans of how he showed her his penis, and she somehow it was big, in the Bentley with the red seats, and there was no discoloration. I was like, how did we get on? How did we get on penis? How did we get on? I just don't understand. But okay. And he was like, yeah, I didn't pull it out. She pulled it out. I was like, so y'all pulling out penises? That's why Jocelyn mad. Okay. She got to give her a run for her money, but and even in a sense, Nita Parker asked her about Jocelyn, and I asked her how everything is going as far as the probation and then the charges and the restraining order that Jocelyn has against her. She said we won't know until a year until things actually kick in, and how things are supposed to be perceived in that element. They also talked about not Dime, but Tommy going to jail and Stevie J supporting her with the lawyers and everything. So it was like that thing. It's just like, okay, and then we start asking other questions and things about Jocelyn and why she's not here, and due to the fact that she's the one production to film her, and then even after they was talking about well, Jocelyn wanted to sit on the stage with only a select few, and I'm sitting here like, Trick, you have not made it that far when you can get to list the demands of where you're going to be, when you need to be there, and who you're going to sit on the thing with. Because if from my perspective, Jocelyn could have, we got through this whole reunion. We could have got through, if they didn't mention Jocelyn, I wouldn't even know Jocelyn was a part of this show, to be very honest. Because even in the episode, she didn't have that very many scenes. But if Jocelyn didn't show up and they didn't speak to her or about anything, I wouldn't have missed her. Because finally we get to have a reunion where even though Mimi was popping off, lovely Mimi was doing this and doing that and just acting stupid, it was nice to actually have a reunion where we can sit in our seats. I can curse you out, you can curse back at me. I can throw shade, you can throw shade back at me. We can have a grown woman conversation and either come to a conclusion that you're just not a person I want in my space, and you're not just a person that I can be cordial with, or I just don't F with you like that. We kind of got to that within this season. Other than Jocelyn doing this and doing that, and I'm going to do what I want to do, I'm going to do it. Girl, sit down. Because at the end of the day, even though lovely Mimi did not do or portray what she needed to portray, Jocelyn was finna be replaced because it was too much. And the only reason why they kept her around because it was certain things and certain elements in the season that if production said her, run up on this person, go do this, go do that, go do that, she was the person go do it, and it did it. Now we're seeing Mimi as that person. And you can see how they showing different clips where we're not seeing the actual behind the scenes, we're just seeing her pop off. Like, we don't even know why her and Tiara even got into it backstage. We just see clips of Mimi popping off and do this and hey, I'm a drag. It was just too much. Also, we also got into other things about the Kirk and Rashida situation, and Rashida was like, even though they were both wrong and my husband was wrong and he plays a big minor part, but it goes to the women. And I kind of understood her coming from the woman's perspective. I know Justin J had something else. That's a whole nother video. But my point is, in today's generation and period, we can women or men can always throw around and use this lazy point to kind of get out of the situation and state, well, I didn't know this person was married, or I didn't know this person was gay, I didn't know this person was this, I didn't know that person was that. Basically because the lines of communication are crossed, and 9 times out of 10 that doesn't happen. We're going into dinner, we're on our phones, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Snapchat, we're doing this. And no one never digs, no one never speculates, or no one never actually have a conversation. I don't care. And even in Atlanta, even you have many different type of men that come in the club. Some married, some not married, some whore, some doing this. You can't tell me that because penis was introduced to you that it's up to you to take it. If you have it's one thing to say, oh, my fault, I didn't do enough investigation or didn't converse enough to see if this man was married or do this and that. At the end of the day, heifer, this dude has been on Love and Hip Hop for 6 doggone seasons. You knew this man was married. So you can't sit here and talk and say, well, I didn't know he was married, and I didn't know this, or he did this, and he did that, and he showed me this, and girl, bye. You knew this man was married. You decided to open up your legs and him insert his penis and do what he needed to do. So miss me with the, I didn't know this, I didn't know that, I thought that was this, I thought that was that. Girl, bye. Sit down. I mean, of course, yeah, he shouldn't have opened up his leg. He shouldn't have pulled out his pen. He shouldn't have done that. Despite what relationship problems or communications or what it was that him and Rashida was having, he should have been a grown man to come to her and say, hey, I'm feeling this, I'm doing this, and I'm doing that. We need to talk. I'm feeling this. I feel like we're not doing this. I feel like you're not having sex with me. We're married. Why go out and... I just don't get that whole line of perspective doing it. I don't understand it. And, you know, things like that. So, things get heated and things like that. That acts, young Jock, how they was feeling. That ex Scrappy, how they was feeling. You know, their whole relationship really took a toll on everybody. Everybody's either emotional in their feelings or crying because they felt where and what Rashida was going through and how it took a toll on them. Because at the end of the day, whether they realized it or not, to me, I like Kirk and Rashida's relationship. That's 20 years plus invested, 7 years just friendship, business partners. I mean, they look great together. And did y'all catch the tea? Like I told y'all in my last video, catch the tea. The behind, even though I'm discussing the storyline as is, or as it's going on, I still know the tea behind it. But let's just discuss what's going on. Let's just say that their marriage is in shambles and they're actually doing this. These two came dressed together and came dressed alike. And actually was one of my best dressed. I love Rashida's look and I love Kirk's look. So it's one of my best dressed. But in that sense, it's like it took a toll on everybody, and everybody was giving their opinions, and you know, Needles Park was going around a circle asking, you know, how did you feel about this? What was your perspective on this? How did you feel about it? And things like that. Even got to the point of the whole situation. It's like, you know, it was that. And even with the Treasure P and Dime situation with the whole we was high and you was low thing, and they was whole discussing the whole apology and how Tommy came in with this and she took it there and they got into the whole blowing out all of that. And then we got down to the point where there was whole chaos going on outside with Stevie J and Jocelyn, and it was getting ready to show. But of course, she ran out of time, you guys, and we're gonna show you that on next episode, and they gave us what's to be expected on next week's. So that has been your Love and Hip Hop, my thoughts and opinions on Love and Hip Hop season reunion part 1. I gave you my rundown of the looks, how I thought about production, overall season, and what happened. Please leave your thoughts and comments down below what you thought, and if I missed anything, we can discuss it down in the bottom. Please like this video, share this video on all social media sites or wherever you like to show videos, and please leave your thoughts and comments down below. I would love to interact down below in the sanctuary. Stay tuned. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button. Again, this is J.DAREL. I'm stepping out of the sanctuary. Peace.